Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. That you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am, okay? I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those things, okay? If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App, right now via Cash App or Super Thanks. Okay. This morning I wanted to talk about a Tennessee man that has been excessively charged. Okay, he was excessively charged for forgery and some more stuff. I'm going to show you guys the video. And he did, I believe, 25 or 27 years. Okay. And then Judge Paula Scon, and I like Paula Scon, she's a nice lady. Um, she overturned, she said it was excessive. Right after 25 years, she overturned it, and the man got out of jail. And the state of Tennessee fought it. Okay. The state of Tennessee fought it and reinstated it, the sentence of 160 something years. And the man is back in jail. Okay, let's check it out. So now the man is back in jail. Now, the reason I found this important to talk about is because we see every day with the crime being out of control. Okay, they go and they sentence a man that has forgery. And let me look at all of that because I don't believe that he had any unalivings or anything like that on his. They didn't say that he had any unalivings on his background or anything like that. I didn't check, but I'm sure they would have stated that if he did. It says multiple counts of theft, forgery in the 90s, and he had a handgun. And you sentence somebody who has already done 25 years to 163 years, and they reinstate that. And that's the reason why I say I found this important to talk about. There's some type of game that's going on, but because you got people every day, the crime has gone through the roof in Memphis and Shelby County, and they are sentencing an African American man who could probably be productive in his community because technology is different now. A lot of what he was doing as far as forgery, it has advanced. Okay. I'm sure it's an antiquated way because that was in the 90s. That's been overthrown. We probably don't even use that anymore, right? As far as because people don't really even use checks and stuff like that, right? Um, but hey, but this is who they sentenced to 163 years. But instead, these people that are taking folks out, it is a revolving door. They won't hold them in. Right. And so that's why I say there's a game going on. Like, this is what we need to be getting together, rallying about. He's done more time than somebody that has taken somebody out. Done more time than somebody convicted of manslaughter. Okay, somebody convicted of second degree murder in most states. Okay, right, and so it bothers me. Stuff like this bothers me, especially when we see a revolving door of what people are doing now and how bad the crime is now. And people are screaming on every rooftop that criminals that are committing crimes against persons are consistently getting back out. And let me just say this. Yes, I feel like and because I'm a victim of stalking and hacking and Ted Bundy, okay, like behavior. Yes, I feel like something should be done about that. But at 25 years, he has paid his retribution. You give him 163 years and then y'all spend money. They spend money to fight the criminal court that overruled it, okay? That overrode it and reduced his sentence, okay? and reduce his sentence. Okay, and so that's the reason why I say and said, and in all states when it comes to commuting a sentence, yeah, I think they say that it is the governor is the only person that could do that. But I'm sure if she did it, Paula Scott has been on the bench for a long time. I'm sure if she did it, because all of those judges have a what's the word that I'm looking for? Some type of camaraderie because they're all lawyers, right? And Paula Scott is one of the ones who is pretty reasonable. I think Paula Scott, if I'm not mistaken, Paula Scott it was Devin Burns that was in her court. Y'all know when he was acting a real fool. That's Judge Scott, and I always felt like that was probably the courtroom that Straight Drop's attorney is trying to get him in. Okay, because yeah, I think that's how I always felt, because I like Paula, but she's really, easygoing. Okay. But I think that she was right in this instance. But in most states, of course, the governor has to be the one to um commute a sentence, I think, or it's not commute a sentence. The governor has to be the one to was pardon or something like that. I think, y'all. I'm getting it a little wrong, but Paula Scott would not have done that if by law there wasn't something that would allow her to do it, because it happens all the time. It happens all of the time where people get sentence reductions, right? So they fight and they spend money to get him back in jail, right? They spend money to get him put back in jail, but yet and still they are allowing people that are committing heinous crimes against persons. Um, and it's happening every single day. These people are not even getting sentenced. They're questioning them and letting them right back out. That's the reason why I say there is a game going on where they really want for black people to be taking each other out, and black people playing the game, because a lot of our people, a bunch of damn fools. Okay. And somebody came into my chat last night, and they were saying something about, Tamara, why don't you tell your people to say something about gay rights? Now, I don't have any issues with people and what they decide to do. Okay. Only thing I say, be true to yourself, live in your truth, tell people the truth that you're dealing with. So, because a lot of these people, I don't have an issue with gay people. I have an issue with download niggas. Okay. That's not telling people the truth. But what I see is a lot of people come into our community, and everybody see all this black on black crime, and they profit off of it. Everybody always profit off of the cuckabug kids, because we don't know how to stick together. And then what we do is when they give up a few chosen ones that's gonna play the game of bone, that feel like it's just about me and mine. Hey, they play the game with them. They start pulling other people in, and when I talk about that, I'm thinking about what is going on in the rap game, right? About how they get a few token Negroes and get them a damn, loan, a big loan, and give them the illusion of having power, because we already know they ain't really got none. They bought and paid for it, and then they started bringing in other black people to destroy them. Okay, because a lot of these artists, when it's all said and done, they be broke, busted, and disgusted, because they have a deficit, right? They be in the hole, because that is the game of the record company, right? To make sure that they are in the hole. Okay, it's never intended for them, not unless they have a lot of longevity and somebody have a change of heart. Okay, to create any generational wealth. Um, and so like I said, I see the game that they are playing with our community, y'all, and it don't make no sense. Like I said, it gets me to thinking about what they did with that. I wonder if he went to, if that's when he did, when that three strikes, because that's when that three strikes bill around that time that Bill Clinton and the president that y'all love so much now, that's got the whole community screwed up, the whole country screwed up. Um, they were the ones that got together and put together that three strikes bill. And so, like I said, all of this stuff is engineered, because if you put a bunch of productive African American men in jail, yes, he should have paid his retribution. He done paid that over 3 4 times. Okay. So you give a man 163 years that does not have a history of violent crimes against persons, and then fight and overturn it. This is what Ben Crump ought to be in Memphis for. Okay. This is one of the other things that somebody like Ben Crump need to be fighting for. Instead, I feel like, with Ben Crump, I appreciate what he did as far as bringing attention to Tyree Nichols. But hey, I kind of see some sharkiness going on with Ben Crump. Okay. Because crooked police is not the only problem. Hey, yeah, bring attention to it when it happens, but it's black on black crimes every single day, and you got black men like this that was affected more than likely by that three strikes bill, where it was intended for productive black men that could be out taking care of their families to be in jail. Okay. So they got him in jail for 163 years. He must have been really creating something. I don't agree with it, but he must have been creating some wealth. Okay. And that is never supposed to happen. I'm not saying do criminalistic stuff. Yes, he's supposed to pay his retribution, but that man was supposed to be out. And then they ain't fighting to keep criminals in jail, but they fight this judge and spend money to overturn and put him back in jail after he's done 25 years. So the governor, we Ben Crump them all need to be holding a press conference and standing out there in Nashville. This is the same governor that changed the laws to put weapons in the hands of criminals. And look at what happened. He didn't care. Memphis is predominantly black. He understood what it was going to affect, and he come from that good old boy system where he say they all need to wipe each other out, and that's what's happening because black folks ain't got no damn sense. It's a darn shame how our community is screwed up because we so jealous of each other. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave. So how come we ain't getting together and coming together to fight this? That brother done paid his dues. So they put them all in jail. Okay, they give them life. First of all, the only reason why Bill Clinton did it ain't no. First of all, let me just say this: no man got no business in jail doing life for weed, especially now since they have made it legal. Okay, so now they've made it legal. You got the same man, he's the highest official in the land now, that worked with Bill Clinton on that three strikes bill. He was the second highest man in charge when he was up under Obama. So how come they didn't work to pardon those men? Okay, for those excessive sentences where they're sitting in jail just because they had three strikes. Maybe they ran a red light. They had traffic violations. They got caught with weapons 3 times. And that three strikes bill put them in jail for life. Come be Crump, we ain't getting together and forcing something to happen about that. Let the men go. So you put them in jail for life. Now, when they come out, if that ever happens, it's a lot of learned behavior going on. It ain't gonna be no reproduction. First of all, men can reproduce until they're 100. Okay, a lot of them still got stuff that swim. Okay, and these young girls getting money. Okay, they're getting their $40, and these old men making babies. But if you put them in jail, they've been in jail all that time. They ain't gonna want to get out and make no baby with no woman. They've been in jail all these years. It's another type of behavior going on. That's the reason why they put them in there like that. If they ain't working with our community one way, they working with it another way. And all we could do is hate on each other. I don't like Tamara. She thinks she better than everybody else. We gotta get Big L to try to take her out. If I don't think I'm somebody, who gonna think it? It ain't my problem that you weren't taught that you are somebody. I was. Okay? And I walks in it. So don't get mad at me. I was raised differently. That's how you supposed to be raised. Somebody. I can conquer anything with God. You ain't gonna see me hating on people. I got better things to do. It take too much to be on here hating on folks. But now I am going. We are working on Operation Ted Bundy takedown, and that's because I was violated and still being violated. They Ted Bundy. They like to violate women. So we working on Operation Ted Bundy takedown. Okay. But it don't make no sense. The stuff that we should be fighting, we ain't. We ought to be in front of the White House. All right, Mr. President. Because see, I knew it wouldn't work the damn. Anytime a president in the 60s run for office when they trying to integrate schools because it was segregated, and they asked him, and he says, well, it would be a tragedy. It would be a tragedy for my children to have to go to school with colored kids. And then you got cuckabug, nappy neck, cuckabug head Negroes that said, well, you know, people since do changed it. A leopard don't change his spots. That man was insulting black people all while he was running. Okay. Well, you know, Trump had did it. Well, I mean, Trump had that money circulating. And I ain't talking about I'm not talking about no PPP money. I'm talking about we had an economy where the money was circulating. Okay. Um and see, we have to be real careful about, about when people start trying to, because what they want to do is they want to spoon feed black people. Well, I'm gonna take y'all welfare checkup, and then they try to scare you. What's his name? The old president. I can't think of his name because I'm on a roll. Okay. They get to talking about, well, he prejudiced Trump. Well, Biden is too. He's just less vocal. Okay. Well, he didn't want to rent to black people, says Trump didn't. Well, he's on record. Biden is on record as saying, okay, that it would be a tragedy for his little white children to have to integrate with black folks as if black people was diseased. And he ain't changed. Okay. We see now exactly what he's doing. He done tore up the whole damn United States. Okay. But this is the type of stuff, this is what he did. Because first of all, the only reason why Bill Clinton and them came up with that 3-strike bill is because Bill Clinton's brother in Arkansas, which is Tennessee's neighboring state, Arkansas, about 2 hours away. Not 2 hours, Little Rock. Arkansas is about 2 minutes, but when you start going further north, like to Little Rock, it's like 2.5 hours. Okay. So when you start going to Little Rock, okay, you start going towards Little Rock. Little Rock and is, I think, is the biggest city in Arkansas. I'm almost sure it is. So you had a lot of people, as far as like the big DRUG dealers. You have to be careful what you say on here. It's not that far. Right? So what he decided that he was going to do is, and then you got Little Rock that's probably about 2.5 hours from Texas, from Dallas. Okay. Because some of the states in Texas is like the back door to Little Rock. Some of the cities, I mean, in Texas, right? So what he decided was, because if you ask me, him and his brother was, but his brother was the biggest in the state of Arkansas. He decided he was going to come up with that 3 strikes bill to make sure that he to put his brother's competition behind bars for life. Ain't nobody got no business in jail doing life for no drugs. And these folks that's out here that are pedos and tapping into folks' TVs, looking at their grandbabies and them, get 5, 10 years. Anybody that do anything to a child ought to get life. Anybody that takes another life ought to get death. Okay? But we see the game that they playing, right? This man ain't got no business doing no 163 years. He done did 25. Pharaoh, let that man go. But I bet you they make sure that all of the killers and stuff are out. Especially in the black community, because that's the game. Let them kill each other. Let them destroy each other. Let them take each other out. We don't have to worry about none. But this is what Ben Crump needs to be in Memphis for. This right here, this very thing right here. Not only that, he need to represent for all of the states, since it's all about a number about money, anyways. See, we need to get together and demand that some civil attorneys do something about this and hold that senile man that's at the White House feet to the fire, because that's a bill that he helped to write. And before they said, well, the black preachers, they went to them black preachers was sitting there. Them black preachers didn't know a damn thing about what was going on. They was sitting up holding their whole community in bondage, didn't know what them white folks was doing, didn't know anything about what they was writing up. They were just bowing their heads. They went and got a bunch of damn black preachers so they could say, well, this is what the black community wanted. They was going to do it anyways. And all them black preachers, God done took us, God done took us before kings, done put their community in bondage even more, didn't know that they was setting up black men, taking them out, making sure that they took them out. Ain't nobody got no business in jail for getting traffic violations 3 times for life. And all the black pastors could say, God took us before kings. We went to the White House. They was just happy to get a seat at the table. You better believe they ain't read nothing. And if they did put some stuff in front of them, some language in front of them, they didn't know how to read it. They was just happy to take pictures and say, God took us before kings. He said we had a seat at the table at the White House. And they was screwing our people royally. And they co-signed it, because they wanted a grant and a seat at the table. So this is something that we should be fighting about and getting them to reverse. Because I have issues with people I really have issues with people getting sentenced for a long time for weed, period. I don't smoke weed. I ain't never did drugs. I'm clean. I know folks gonna be mad at that. She thinks she's some because she ain't never smoked drugs. Ain't never putting my mouth on a joint or whatever they call it now. Never had nothing in my veins, nothing. It's clean, child. Ain't God good? I don't have codependent behaviors, okay? But I have issues with them sentencing somebody to life for selling drugs, really. But they don't do it to a bona fide murderer. This is what we should be fighting about. Because when it's all said and done, as far as the police is concerned, we need them. I thought you said I loves the police. I love them. We can't live in no lawless society. We can't. They get somebody like Ben Crump, and I like Ben to, because yeah, fight against the police when they're wrong. But you don't. What he's doing is it's a game. You get people, well, they shouldn't have did this. You don't have to do this. Now people feeling like when the police says take your hands out your pocket, I'm a man too. You see, but Ben Crump know how police officers are trained. I went through the academy. I was 6 weeks or 5 weeks from becoming a officer, and I injured my hip. And I have a paranoia now because of what I was taught at the academy about people talking to me with their hands in their pockets. and people standing behind me. And everywhere I go, I back in. That's what they teach us. Ben Crump know that. But so if the officer is trained a certain way, and he said, man, bruh, take your hand out your pocket. It's for safety reasons. And he keep, now I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket. Okay, so now something else gonna happen. Cause that's how he trained. Ben Crump know that they using him to set black people up. Everybody know the game except for these slave-minded cuckabug heads that's only jealous of each other. That's it. Okay, it ain't no damn mystery of how white people and other communities are able to advance. They stick together and they support each other. That's it. But that's what they do. Oh well, well, we ain't gonna never get nowhere because I can't support the black people, sis. The Asians follow you around in a damn supply store that really all the black folks supposed to be owning in their community and make you let you know they think you a thief. Talk to you bad, and you can't stay up out of there getting that cheap hair that stiff ass hair that don't can't even blow when the wind blow. Hurricane couldn't blow it. Okay, it wouldn't move. If a hurricane Katrina came through, it wouldn't move. But you can't stay out of there spending your money. But you got every excuse in the book about why you can't support other black people. Y'all, our community is sick. But this young man right here, we need to be fighting for. For real, for real. We need to be fighting for real, okay? Because this is a problem. They over sentence him and then they put him back, spend money to fight to get him back in jail. But this crime, this should be an insult to the Memphis and Shelby County citizens. And really all over Tennessee. Because see, that governor don't give a damn about what go on in Memphis. Nashville bigger than Memphis. He know all them little small redneck towns, and I don't mean no harm. And Nashville and all because Memphis, Tennessee is a red state. They gonna vote for him anyways. He couldn't give a damn about blue states. Let them kill each other. But everybody got the memo but us because we too busy trying to take each other out because of jealousy. And it ain't going to get no better until we have a change of mindsets. Okay? But I ain't mean to make this video this long. Y'all know how I get, okay? I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. I'll talk with you guys later.